Cross-examination underway right now of another alleged victim of Sean Diddy Combs, the rap mogul's former assistant. Currently testifying under the pseudonym Mia is finishing up her testimony in the sex trafficking and racketeering trial.
Mia has testified already about the, quote, chaotic and, quote, toxic experience that she had working for Sean Combs. But the rapper's defense team is confronting Mia about a series of social media posts that raise questions about whether Combs really traumatized her in the way that she describes. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all the charges, and he denies any wrongdoing. Our Rena Roy and our legal contributor, Bernardo Villalona, joins me now from outside court. So, Rena, first, what's the latest at this hour in the court?
Yeah, well, Terry, I can tell you that during Mia's testimony, we have seen Sean Combs sort of shaking his head no and appearing to disagree with some of the things that she's saying. He's also passing notes to his attorneys, specifically once when she talked about an alleged instance of violence, when he apparently got mad at her for picking out certain workout clothing options. And Mia also testified that his bodyguard, D-Rock, had offered to send her something. He sent her a text saying that after Cassie Ventura filed that civil lawsuit against Combs in 2023, and she said to jurors that she understood that to be money. And it was that moment that Combs sort of rubbed his chin, he clasped his hands together, bowed his head, and almost seemed antsy, almost like as if D-Rock had messed up. But during the cross, he seems to be very engaged. He is listening to his defense attorney, Brian Steele, question Mia on the stand, really bringing up a trove of social media photos, as you pointed out, from her Instagram page and other social media pages that she posted with Combs that appear to show them pretty friendly. And what they're trying to do here is show that the two of them had a consensual relationship, that she enjoyed working for him and that she admired him and liked him as a boss. They are focusing specifically on one photo that Mia posted on Sean Combs' birthday. And Brian Steele asked her, why would you post that on the day that was supposed to be the 5th anniversary of the first alleged sexual assault incident? And she said that it was the only people that she was hanging out with at the time, that she didn't have time to see her family or friends. So that's where we're at right now with the cross-examination.
All right, Bernardo, your thoughts. You have the floor.
So in terms of Mia and how Mia is doing under cross-examination, Brian Steele is confronting her with these social media posts. And where he's going with that in terms of stylistically is trying to undercut her credibility as to whether this sexual assault even happened. He's going at it in the sense of, if you were really sexually assaulted by Sean Combs, there is no way that you will be posting these lovey-dovey messages each time during the anniversary, which is the same day as Sean Combs' birthday. So trying to undercut her credibility in that way. But now Mia is kind of pushing back, because she's starting to mention that she sees a therapist, that she's talking through this with a therapist, and that all of this has been psychological abuse, and that pretty much she was tiptoeing around Sean Combs at all these times. But also in terms of social media, that in Instagram, she highlights the good, not that she ever is stating the bad times, that was the purpose of social media back then when she was posting.
And Bernardo, all this testimony from Mia and from the other accusers kind of goes to support the testimony of Cassie Ventura, who is the main witness for the prosecution. Isn't there a law or a practice in law, principle in law, that you can't bring in bad prior bad acts to demonstrate that somebody did something bad again? I mean, isn't there? How are these witnesses getting on the witness stand given that idea, given that principle?
It's New York.
It's noisy Manhattan streets here.
Welcome to New York. So Terry, normally, especially in state court, in terms of bringing bad acts, it's usually always precluded. But this is the beauty of racketeering conspiracy. This is why federal prosecutors love charging racketeering conspiracy, because normally bad acts, especially from years ago, wouldn't come into evidence. However, if you charge racketeering conspiracy, you are putting forth before a jury a pattern of bad acts, a pattern of racketeering activity that will come into evidence that normally wouldn't come in when you're dealing with other charges.
Rena, Bernarda, thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
Yes, even
Stay out
over
of
all
traffic.
this, exactly. Don't go into the street, please.